Howdy there folks, this is Lapidary Dave, and I just wanted to make a quick video sharing with you folks some information I found out about the 2021 Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. The Tucson Gem and Mineral Show is the largest gem show in the world. It starts around mid to late February and goes throughout mid-February every year in Tucson, Arizona, here in the United States. It hosts thousands of vendors from all across the world. All different nations come to Tucson to sell their goods. And this year, it is officially canceled for January and February. The Pima County Health Department decided to cancel the largest show in the world, and the plan is to have a slightly smaller show in April. It looks like some of the venues are going to be opening around the 7th and 8th, and others are going to be opening on the 9th and the 10th. Not all venues are going to be reopening, and I hear that not all vendors who have previously attended will be at the venues that they're usually at. For instance, I do believe the Keno Electric Sports Complex, where I vend, is only going to be hosting about 50 vendors. Anyway, I just wanted to share that information because there's been a lot of misinformation the last couple months on if the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show is going to cancel, if it's going to move, if it's just not going to happen at all. I've been hearing for the last couple months that it was canceled quite a bit ago, but that ended up being the original Tucson Gem and Mineral Show venue, which also goes by the name the TCC Tucson Convention Center. The Tucson Convention Center venue is the original venue of the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show and actually has the name the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. That canceled quite a while ago, around the same time as Jogs and Gem Mall and the Tucson Hotel. Anyway, I'm very excited for April. I definitely will be there a couple days before the 7th, and I will definitely try to film all of the venues to share with you folks the changes that have happened since last year. I'm sure there's going to be lots of social distancing, lots of mask wearing, and they'll probably restrict the amount of people who are allowed in the venue at any time, even if it's outside. Feel free to leave in the comment section any questions you might have. If you're interested in seeing what the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show usually looks like outside of pandemic times, feel free to check out my videos. I have the most footage on the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show that you'll find anywhere online. I'm going to be making a playlist of all of the different episodes that I made last year. I share a lot of vendor contact information if you're still looking to shop around this time or whatnot. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video sharing with you folks some footage that didn't make it into my Denver 2020 videos. It's some cabs and stuff from Casper Gems and some cool taxidermy that just didn't make it in my videos. Anyway, I love you folks. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, some more Larimar for $2. You cannot beat that. This looks like some honey calcite, or perhaps it's quartzite. I was buying some nice obelisks from these folks during the Tucson show. That looks like it was made out of a similar material. I thought it was quartzite, but it could be quartz. I'm not sure. Some malachite, chrysocolla, some unakite. A lot of this material in the Taos, New Mexico area. Very affordable, maybe $4 a pound, but for $2 you'd be saving so much money by buying the finished cab than cutting it yourself, unless you really love cutting. And this is the beginning of the $4 section. A lot of these look like similar materials to the other tables. So we won't check out all of these, but we will check out this rutile. During the Tucson show, the best deal I could find on rutile was between $150 and $200 a kilo. And the 150 was a lot lower quality than the $200 a kilo. So for $4 a cab, these are a great price. With some great figuring. This would make a stunning ring. Very nice. What a great deal. $4 Rutile cabs. You'd easily see these go for over $20 on social media from the social media gem sellers. Very cool. I think this is the first tiger's eye I've seen at this particular booth. Tiger's eye is another one of those materials I prefer to buy when I have to work it than to work it myself, because of the asbestos and all the stuff that's inside of the material that I do enjoy cutting. Anyway, thank you so much to these people. Let me see if I can find their card and I'll share it with you one more time. Thank you, Casper Gems, for letting me poke around and scare away your customers. Check them out, give them a call, WhatsApp, or telephone. Looks like an American phone number. Hit them up on caspergems@gmail.com. Mr. Saber, or M. Saber, excuse me. Some of the best prices on cabs that I've seen at this particular show. Alright, these fine folks at Art Afterlife Skeletons are kind enough to let me share with you their awesome art. Thank you, Joshua. I'll take a better picture of this card later. So I was actually under the impression that perhaps these snakes were made up of multiple pieces that they would put together, and the fine folks told me that they're not. This is all one piece. But they do have like pieces that fall apart and they collect them. And the gentleman said that he could sell some pieces for people's art if they're ever interested. This is a copperhead here, $275. Absolutely stunning.
What did you even find?
I love this kind of stuff.
Where does it especially
A Wagler pit viper. I wonder where that's from.
My sister was like obsessed with painting those for the longest time.
Very cool. Here's an Eastern Diamondback. The lady who's working at the booth picked up the showcase to show me that she can tap on the back and the rattle will shake. It probably wouldn't be too hard to rig something that if you hung it on the wall you could push a button to make it knock it to make that rattle shake. Absolutely amazing. There is quite a bit of work that goes into these when they process the snake. They are stabilized, which is good because it'll keep it together and keep it clean looking for generations. I always wanted to get into taxidermy myself. I don't know if this would even be considered taxidermy, but I just figured I'd mention that. I would love to do that kind of work. Look at that. Absolutely stunning Scarlet King snake. $250. Here's another Eastern Diamondback. That bad girl is pretty big. Here's some super cool butterflies. Swallowtail. Growing up in Florida, a lot of my parents' friends and my parents collected large butterflies that they would put inside of showcases. When I was a kid, there used to be butterflies that had to have been 1.5 feet, well, across wingspan wise. And I don't think they're around anymore, which is a big shame. But these things are absolutely stunning.
We still have tons in the truck and in boxes.
I wonder if they stabilize the butterflies like they do the snakes.
I do all the insects myself.
Nice.
All the spread.
love the cicadas. At a different booth, I was showing some artificial amber that people put bugs in to make it look like a bug in amber. And then they even sculpt the fake amber to look like a tree trunk or a tree branch. I love these bugs. Some of you fine folks might not be into bugs as much as me, but I love them. I love to do macro photography with insects. Look at the beetle. Those are some beautiful turquoise wings on that cicada. I don't want to stay here too long. The fine folks were kind enough to let me film, but I don't want to, you know, scare people away with the camera. But this is probably my favorite butterfly here. It almost looks like Royston. Those beautiful wings. Look at that chubby little guy. If I was a bee, that's the kind of bee I would be. What? Look at that. Frog beetle. That is just the coolest. Sunset moth. Look at those alligator gars. They look so cute. Those are awesome.